Hey everyone, you know who I am. Um, I'm going to try to stay positive and I'll try to make this short. A lot of times I write things um, out of my heart and people get upset. I get a little, uh, some of my language may not be polite, but um, sometimes my heart says something and I know I shouldn't offend people. Well, in all due respect to everybody out there, I've been offended so many times and kept my mouth shut. I go see something in my heart that's just isn't nice, and things that are just dividing the human race. I move on. I got a lot of things here that I don't have time to get involved in. So many things that I could be helpful with, just out of the kindness of my heart. But something that I've been pondering about is, I've been having difficulties. People are busy. I don't know. I've had quite a bit of extra help, and I love y'all who have come here and helped out, even though I am an old grumpy grouch. I don't ask for the litter boxes to be cleaned in certain ways, because I'm demanding that it's done my way. No, after 30 years of rescuing over 1,500 animals, 750 of which is our cats. This is only one example. And unfortunately, some things made it actually more difficult on me instead of helping me. Because you clean my litter boxes, it's a system that so far has been the best system. And people are used to doing good old-fashioned cat litter, most people. Well, I put pine shavings on the bottom because they're highly absorbent, natural. I can't use any kind of other kind in there because all the other kinds have chemicals in them. Do your research. Trust me. I do a lot of research. And I keep all of that natural. I keep it all on the property and I utilize it to my advantage. I mix it in a huge compost pile that composts down to a little pile. I can't be taking all that crap up to the corner so the garbage man will come and get it. My mailbox is a quarter mile away. The street where they won't come down my street. Okay, that's one thing. Now you know why. Now you're about to find out how I do an all-natural, recompostable cat litter that I can utilize to my advantage in a healthy and environmentally conscious way. I can't spend time getting into complete details, but that was my desire over a few years to become a little more natural. I got a lot of cats, 35 of them. Can you imagine how many litter boxes? 17. Can you imagine how much I used the cedar on the bottom, a thin layer, very absorbs odors a hell of a lot better than anything else I've ever tried out there. I use pine pellets, not the kitty cat kind. The ones I use are a high quality, low dust, highly absorbent horse pellets. They're almost the same in size. I'm not going to buy the ones for cats. They have perfumes in them. They have chemicals in them. Do your research. And horse pine pellets compared to the other the cat pellets are half the price, and you get 4 times as much. I get 40 pounds for $7, and that cat stuff you're paying $10-12 for 5 pounds. And they absorb a lot of the urine. It goes down into the cedar chips, and when I do a fresh litter box, I put 100% clay cat litter, and I get a special cat litter that have bigger, they're more like crushed clay. They aren't teeny tiny, and the cats get on that like they would a normal litter box. When they start doing their tinkling, the pine pellets are absorbed. The pine pellets absorb the urine and take it down to and as the pine pellets start absorbing, it turns into sawdust. So then the cats, the cat litter on top, is softer on their feet, like most people put in litter boxes. And then the pine pellets start getting soft and like sawdust, moist. So then as I work it, as they work it, and I don't have to clean them. I basically, for the first few days, all I got to do is pick out the poops. Then there comes a point to where then I start picking out the poop clumps. Nice sweet clumps. Boom, boom. Been working for me for a while. It ain't my way. It's what works. The food dishes. Silly as it may sound, no, not any idiot can do litter boxes. Believe me, I stand there and cringe and keep my mouth shut and then go back and just do it, fix it myself. I just don't say a word. Just go ahead and go to the next one, all right? Rolling my eyes, being polite, and so come to the stupid water bowls and the food bowls. I keep asking people, just pick up one pair, remember where you got it from. They don't want to do it one at a time. They want to get all of them at once. They think that's the best way. Hey, I've been doing the cat house for 5 years. It's not my way. It's the way that works over experience, I got to teach people. It takes a lot of time and a lot of effort on my part. So when somebody doesn't want to listen to my request, then I go off, do my own thing, and the water bowls and the food dishes get put back in the wrong place. Not because it's my way. If I need a water bowl up against the wall and the food on the outside, there's a reason. If the cats spill the water that'll go on the wall. And on the stand that I have this particular, it's a large 2-level table, wicker table. Cats like it. It's very stable. It doesn't shake. And the food goes on the other outside. Would you rather be cleaning up water that got spilled on the wall, or would you rather have a whole lot of cat food stuck in between the table and the wall, and then I have to pull the whole table out, let everything that fell behind it, all the food, fall to the floor, and then I got to sweep it out. Water dries up. You know, I can easily clean the wall. I'll just go down and wipe the floor to dry it up. Boom, that's it. The food makes so much extra work, so I do it that way. There's another place where there's a place where the cats can come through a shelf to the bottom shelf, and I make sure, once again, I put, but this time it's the opposite. The food has to be on the left, because there's another opening where they can jump down to the floor. And if I put the water bowl to the left, the water bowl has gotten pushed down, so I don't do that anymore, because then I got water everywhere, and in that case it's really hard to clean up, because then it really goes everywhere. It's a mess. So if and I don't have anything heavy right there, but I got a lot of stuff that I have to move, and the water is more difficult than if some cat food gets spilled. Then I just take my dustpan and my brush, and you know, I have so much stuff to work around. It's easier to, it doesn't get up underneath everything. Everything I have to pick up if it's water and clean it. Been there, done that. I found out what happens when you put it on the wrong side. And then cat dishes would be on a different shelf. The cats are used to this shelf. You know, I'm looking around for water dishes and cat dishes and wondering, okay, where did they put them? You know what happened? I went in there an hour after they left, and I had 3 water bowls spilled, 2 food bowls spilled, 2 different areas, and it hit so that, I mean, my entire cat house was covered with those 2 bowls of cat food. The other thing was, someone decided they wanted to clean the fans. It has dust in it. Cats are very susceptible to eye infections and upper respiratory infections. So when I walked in and I saw those fans wide open and the dust had gone down into the cat food and the water on the floor, and it was getting warm inside, so I looked at the fan that I had, my air conditioner in the roof. The filter that I had changed the night before, and this is in the morning, was completely blocked, because the dust from that fan is fine, and if it gets disturbed, it goes everywhere. So I don't touch them. As long as air is moving, it keeps it up against the back, and it doesn't suck it out. That's what type of dust this is. I've been doing it for 5 years. Okay? Now listen up. They didn't ask me about it because they didn't know. If you don't know, you ask. So what happened, so then, I had to walk away. They said, don't worry, I'm going to clean it up. But that isn't the point. Let me tell you what happened. Immediately by the next morning, 7 of my cats started getting drainage in their eyes. And the very same cats were getting drainage coming out of their nose. If I didn't know what to go for, what to look for, most people won't recognize eye infections or upper respiratory infections until it starts looking like it's infected. Milky. Starts out light, milky color. Then it goes to yellow. I caught it early. I had to treat them for 2 weeks for eye infections and upper respiratory. They're doing fine now. It may not be the cleanest. Oh, the other thing. I appreciate the lady's efforts. I really do. She's a manager at a place. So she kind of came in gung-ho, wasn't going to take any orders from me. She's doing me a favor. I do appreciate the sentiment, the effort. I know they meant well. She wanted to bring in a vacuum and get everything perfectly clean. In 2 days, it'll look like the way it was she started out. So the sills, I take a brush and carefully, get it out of the sills. There's a little pocket there that's aggravating as hell. I can't be vacuuming that place all the time. Come and try it. I'm out there twice a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And so they took it in. I stood there. And they turned it on. And I'm going to cuss on this one. I apologize. I will not apologize for this one. It scared the fuck out of my cats. So, to keep the peace, and I made sure they went hiding. Scared to death. People keep telling me I get overreactive. I get mean. You wonder why? I really don't need any extra work. I need damn help, alright? When I got hurt, all of a sudden there's an outpouring of offers of volunteers. I only get help about a third of the time. I appreciate the help I get. I'd be a lot worse, I need help every single day. 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening is all I need. Because by myself, It takes me 2 to 3 hours to do just the normal feeding and cleaning up all by myself. For how long now? And now all of a sudden, some people are coming through, and now everybody's willing to adopt the animals instead of helping me the hell out here to save the animals, keep them here with me until I go. But like most people, they're throwaway animals, make it somebody else's responsibility. So, instead of helping me, which everybody should know by now how passionate I am, now all of a sudden everybody's willing to help me find them a home, and then I end up getting stuck here all by myself, and my life just got sent down the road. Everybody should know. And I try to explain it. Nobody knows how to read or understand what I'm feeling in my heart. They can't feel what I feel because they aren't in my body. They aren't in my head. You know, they only see the typing that I do. They can't understand my feelings because I don't know how to freaking type them, and it takes me freaking forever. Yeah. I know there's a bunch of people that care about me, but there's way too many people on my friends list. There's way too many people on my sanctuary site that are just there for the entertainment. The chuckles that I like to give people. And then they see I have sent out so many hundreds and thousands of happy pictures, you know. And there's times when I've been dying inside and I'm grasping for that little bit of chuckle to cheer me up. So I post something, not revealing the other 99% that's going on in my body, soul, and my mind at the same damn time. And then I get slammed and chastised. Even people that have followed me for 5 years. Ted, maybe you ought to tone it down. So when I'm typing something, and I try to make it kind of, you know, fun, that's a little bit of negative. And the heart, that's only... You know, that's the side that I'm hoping for. Instead of the side that's screaming, I need help, I want to save my animals. Don't be so willing to help me send them off. And I've even said it. People ignored it for the most part. That my dying wish now is... help. I got a good donation base. I don't need the money. They want to give me money for hiring somebody. No one wants to go out there in the real world, wants to freaking work. Because I only need help for 1 hour every day in the morning, 1 hour in the evening every day. 1 hour. I do the other 2 hours. I scoop poop. You know, when I can't get anybody, I'm still have to go out and feed the horses, which is rather something that I'd like to do alone because I love my horses. I love the time I spend with them when I'm feeding them. You don't get it. I'm sorry, you don't get it. My dying wish is to keep this sanctuary running, keep the animals until I can, because I made a promise. Nobody seems to know what a freaking promise is. I'm sorry. I want to say the other word. You don't break a promise until you die. And no one's willing to help me keep my promise. That's such an... I guess I'm just too goddamn... Excuse the freaking language. I am so damn tired. Of people pretending to care. You know, I gave my life. Yeah, one lady even got snickered and said, well, that was your choice. Somebody's got to do it. Now, because this sanctuary is going to go under, I'll be forgotten. Karen will be forgotten. The 350 dogs that we rescued will now die. The 750 cats that we rescued will now die because we can't take any. There won't be no critter place to take them in. 12 horses will now die because we won't be here to at least try saving a few. If we don't have enough dying, now there's going to be more dying. And I'm supposed to be happy about that? I'm supposed to be happy and accept that I cannot save them all? What the hell is wrong with you people? Instead of just giving up, I've had 30 years to think of it. It doesn't take much effort to save them all. It doesn't take much effort to become better human beings. There's thousands of ways it can be done. We can clean out the shelters in one day. I'm not going to explain why. I've been trying to figure out ways for so long, but at least I'm willing to want to, and I have come up with a way. Everybody wants to be resigned to, you can't save them all. And those who say, I wish I could save them all. There's enough people in this country who could save one, and every single dog and cat could be saved in one day. Then we work on ways of getting the population under control. No, the government don't give two flying rats ass. So it's up to you, I'm pointing at you, and me. I think I've done more than my damn share to get them spayed and neutered. Every one of mine are. That's the biggest part of the problem. Government ain't going to do it, so we got to organize. It ain't that damn tough. You can't take one day out of a year to participate in an organization that gets this shit under control. No. And you wonder why I'm pissed? I'm going to love the comments. At this point, I don't care. Because I do. Go ahead and get mad at me. I don't care. I'm madder than hell at you. Whoever you are that just aren't being one of those ones that just said, you can't save them all. No excuse. People say I cry, I beg. Yeah. 1,500 animals. You better believe I'm proud of that. You better believe I'm proud of what Karen and I gave up our lives for. Gandhi wasn't a millionaire. So, people seem to think you got to be a millionaire to do any good in this world, which of course we know how that is. He was willing to die for what he believed in. Shown disrespect. I was willing to die for this country. I've been mauled. Making sure I can get my dogs to keep them from hurting each other, because they were taught to be that way by horrible humans. I was willing to get in the middle of it and get that shit broke up. I love my dogs. I was told, well, maybe it's time for that dog to go to heaven. Are you freaking kidding me? You begged me to take him in? Once I took him in, you can go on to your next adventure. And if you can't get them saved and they get euthanized, you can go on to the next adventure and get another one adopted out. Good for you. That dog is still here. And I love him. I thought you did. You went on to your next adventure so you get a pat on the back. While Ruger's laying next to me because he loves me. He knows I won't freaking give up on him. That's why. Yeah, I'm madder than hell. I won't finish this with what I want to say. I'll hurt some cupcakes' feelings. Well, what about my damn feelings? I'm done.